Oh yeah, let's talk about racism, right? Let's talk about racism, right? Because here's what I don't understand, right? You have a group people who would like to ride social. What's the word I'm looking for? Social clout or like victimization to uplift themselves, not really to help fix the issue. So they'll latch on to social justice. They'll lash on to Black Lives Matter. And what's the new thing going on? The whole Palestine versus Israel thing. They'll latch on to the whole Palestine thing. And these things do not benefit them much at all, but it's just the right thing to say, the right thing to do, and hope, and maybe you get, and sometimes you get Anita Sarkeesian, so someone who actually made lots of money off this victimization complex, but after a while, you just sort of people just sort of shove you to the sidelines and be like, all right, no one cares about you, you're an idiot, whatever. So why am I talking about this? Well, you have this streamer called Just Relax Kids, and he made this outrageous claim that when he started streaming as this goofy looking PNG of a white guy, he just got more views just off the bat, more views and follows and that. And when he streamed as himself, and there's plenty of reasons why this is the case. Well, at least for this particular situation, and I'll get into that later. Actually, let's look at the article that talks about this. A black Twitch streamer saw an immediate huge uptick in viewers when using a white avatar, then got a bunch of hate for calling it out. Well, I can tell you why he got hate, because people know that this is just rage baiting. And he knows this. I know this. The people know this. But any level of criticism nowadays is considered hate. A black streamer who experimented with using a white avatar has shared his frustrations after the uptick he received in viewers as undeniable. Zach, who streams under the name Just Relax Kid, unintentionally made waves at the start of December when he shared that he had recently tripled his views on Twitch by concealing his identity. I really got 3 times more viewers since I took off my cam and decided to be a white man, he wrote. For those who question his claim, he shared a screen recording on Twitch showing that his views immediately jumped from hovering in the mid hundreds to easily breaking into the thousands as soon as his white bearded avatar popped on screen. Oh, y'all thinking I'm joking. My numbers while being black versus white. Okay, one, he's playing a goofy ass game. Okay, we'll get into this. Viewing Zach's recent streams show that even larger divide. Out of the 26 streams saved on his Twitch channel in the past month, there were 12 where he streamed his gameplay with his camera on and no white avatar, topping out at 906 views, with an overall average of 490 viewers. Of the 11 streams where he only used an avatar of a white man, he reached over 23K viewers in a single stream. The average between them all, over 93,000 viewers, 9,300 viewers, or almost 19 times the number he was averaging in the 2 weeks prior. Both the stream that amassed 906 viewers and the one that pulled in over 23K were for the same game, Dragon Ball Fight Dragon Ball Fighter Z. Part of the overwhelming online response in the days since he's gratitude, been centered around gratitude that Zach's post has brought attention to a concern black content creators ab- have about biases from both viewers and the algorithm that gets their work into the right hands. As depressing as it is to see the numbers anecdotally laid out. Okay, so here's what I'm going to get into. Alright, there are these things called bot views. Now, these are just random bot accounts that are just fleeced onto your account by some algorithm, that private entity that you can pay an X amount of money for an X amount of views. And in his case, good majorities of these could have been botted, right? That's one thing. The second thing is, okay, well, you can get raided by people at a specific time. So, for all we know, he could have got all this friend. I think he's part of this, like, guild on Twitch that work with black Twitch streamers, and he could have just talked to a couple of his friends and be like, right, raid me at this time, at this specific time while I'm doing this. That's another thing. And the third thing is kind of out of your control, right? Maybe people don't like flesh tubers, as they call them. Like, people love VTubers, so the virtual avatar playing of a cute anime waifu playing a game, like that's in vogue right now. Like, flesh tubers, okay, you have you have your Asmongold, and you have your Moist Critical, right? You have them, but usually people, and fuck it, I show Speed, who is an African American content creator, one of the most prolific on the platform, right? You have them, but, and again, people probably just don't much care for flesh tubers as opposed to VTubers, or I guess, what is this? A PNG? PNG tuber? Yeah, whatever. Or maybe it was just the fact that he changed it. People were like, what the fuck? Did he get, like, hacked or something? The curiosity. Like, these are four, 3.5 things that could have, factored in to why he got more views as the white PNG as just using his face. These are 3.5 things, but people were just claiming racism. Like, he's just claiming racism, just outright. And this is just something I don't, because of course he's going to get, what they consider hate, because he's rage baiting. Like, people look at this and are like, okay, you are not entitled to a certain amount of fame just because you are a skin color. That's not how it works. I stream on Twitch and get 0 views. Maybe I'd get a couple of people trying to fucking scam me. But I'm not entitled to any amount of views. You're not entitled to any amount of views. Okay, so maybe if he was to change his avatar to a cute anime waifu instead of just bland PNG white beard guy, maybe he'll have a point. But this isn't because of his race. It'd be because people just like hot anime waifus playing video games and being toxic. But that's not what he did. As a black creator, I never wanted to believe something like this was actually happening, but it's right here in front of us. It's undeniable. Bring more attention to this. Call the system out. Again, I'm telling you why this has happened. Like, 3.5 reasons why this could have possibly happened. It could have been all 3 of these and a half reasons. But no one thinks about these things. watching Just Relax Kid be all professional about doing something as a bit was not on my 2023 bingo card, but it's honestly so great to see my friends be the reason the conversation's being had. I mean, I guess, sure. Again, this is just an edit and just a screenshot and edit of what's happening, so grain of salt. I can personally say that this is 100% fact. I did a face reveal back in 2015 when people thought I was white, and when they found out I wasn't, I lost 2,000 subs. Lol, I'm wiping my face off the earth. This is so stupid. Buddy, again, maybe people just don't care for flesh tubers. Maybe they don't care for seeing the guy at the bottom. Okay, there's a few streamers that can do this and pull it off, like DSP, so surprisingly. But you have to also have personality, right? Because, again, you have VTubers, well, all they have is personality, along with the hot anime waifu babe. Have the hot anime waifu babe from Kenya. I'm assuming this is the Kenyan flag. I'm going to check. I don't want to look dumb. I'm gonna completely drop the ball here. Please don't show porn. I'm assuming this is the. No, that's the. Okay, it's probably the Palestine flag. Whatever. Forget I said this. Edit this part out, me. I'm probably gonna forget. But this is what I'm talking about. Have the cute anime waifu. You will rake in more views than even the white PNG. Like, this would be double. Because that's what people want to see. They want to see their anime waifus. They have their flesh tubers, right? You know, the very few that can actually pull it off that aren't women with big tits. This confirms a lot about things most of us black content creators already know, but people want to claim doesn't exist, including folks forsaking their blackness in order to be seen as palatable by a white audience. Seeing it plainly though, it still stings. My guy, my brother in Christ, my homie. People do not like when people rage bait, when people cry and are entitled like arrogant children. This transcends race. People do not like to see this no matter who you are. Because it comes off as pretentious. It comes off as lazy. It comes off as just. I'm about to have a fucking brain aneurysm because of this fucking tweet. Zach himself didn't make any explicit accusations up front regarding the dramatic difference in numbers. He merely posted the information for others to do with as they will. I never said racist. I never asked for people to pull out the pitchforks. I even said I'm not angry, he wrote on Twitter. It wasn't even a social experiment. I just didn't want to use my cam and thought it was funny for the race baiters. Yeah, I'm shocked, of course, but it's more laughable to me, if anything. Like, we aren't surprised, but we are. If you know, you know. Again, this is because this is the football field we're operating in. The football field is generate hate, generate buzz, generate clicks, piss people off, stir the pot of racism just to benefit off of it. That's the football field we're living in, right? So when people see this, they're going to assume, you're race baiting. Even if that's not your intention, that's what's happening. It's unfair, but this is what people do. I mean, I'm not telling you this is the way things should be. I'm telling you this is the way things are. Despite his casual attitude about the jarring situation, hate has still poured in from certain corners of the internet, some of which he shared with his followers. I mean, you see what I mean? If he didn't care, he wouldn't have shared this. People get death threats and hate all the fucking time. It just comes with the territory of being on the internet. But the way you deal with it, it reflects on you, right? he in just relaxed kid situation, he's trying to reflect this and twist this casually in a way of racism. When again, there are 3.5 reasons why that's not the case. Again, I'm not a fucking mind reader. None of these could have happened. You know, maybe people just seen the PNG and was like, "Oh, hey, this is interesting," and told their friends, "Oh, hey, this is interesting." I mean, none of these 3.5 reasons could be the case. For all I know, I'm just pointing out the situation and the football field we're operating in. And I'm not gonna read all this, the rest of this. And there's no comics. But yeah, I mean, again, people are just getting fatigued about this. And they're like, okay, well, you're just talking out your ass. And even if you're trying to push a goal, right? Again, people look at this, people criticize this. All the criticism equals hate for calling it out, or hate for calling them out. And this generates clicks, this generates buzz. But that's all I gotta say about this. See ya.